And there's plenty more, of course, to come tomorrow. The round of 16 has only just started. France will be facing Poland and England take on Senegal. Let's go back to Selina, because you've been following every step of the Bleu for us over in Qatar during the group stage. What's the latest within the squads?
Well, the talk on the town is that after a lot of tinkering from Didier Deschamps in their last group game against Tunisia, which saw them lose 1-0, he made 9 changes in that match. The understanding is that he will be reverting back to the starting 11 that beat Denmark. So Hugo Lloris in goal, Koundé, Varane, Upamecano and Hernandez at the back, Tchouaméni and Rabiot, Dembélé, Griezmann, Mbappé and Giroud up front. Obviously, the so-called B team, French B team, pulling off a rather disappointing performance against Tunisia, though there are no injuries. We understand in the French camp there had been a bit of concern over Theo Hernandez. He'd sat out the training session on Friday with a twinge, though he was back in training today, which is a big relief for the French team because he is the only natural left back in the squad as things stand. So back in training for him, and no understudies looking to feature in their game tomorrow against Poland.
Ruben, as Selina says there, no injuries within the French squad, but that is, when we look at their last game, a massive concern, because if there were to be injuries, the team that Deschamps had to field in their last group stage was not the team that we're going to see probably tomorrow and that we saw in the first 2 games.
It's crucial that the first 11 remains fit, because we have now seen that their replacements are not up to the task. I mean that there's almost no player that stood out which you think, okay, maybe he could play.
That was a bit of a reality shock for the French.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much it was a reality shock for Didier Deschamps. I think he quite knew what was going to happen. But now the 11 that are still there, for me, have shown the best football in the whole tournament. So, yeah, and tomorrow against Poland, normally Poland will do a little bit the same what they did against Argentina, which means rather defensive football. So it's only interesting if this French team, when there's not so much space and these attackers, because Mbappé, we know that he is the strongest when he has a little bit of space in front of him, can they also get through the Polish defense? But it should be okay.
Very interesting that you say that, because Poland so make it through to the knockout stage for the first time since 1986. Let's just hear from one of their strikers speaking just a bit earlier, because he had something to say not about the French as a whole, but one man in particular.
I think we'd need to ride scooters to defend against Kylian Mbappé because he's so fast. We need to have very good cooperation within the team because one person alone cannot stop him.
Milik speaking there about Mbappé, the threat, but he's not the only threat on the front of the pitch, is he? Especially when you look at the other team.
Yeah, Lewandowski, of course, and Zielinski is a fantastic player, but unfortunately when he plays for Poland, he is only defending if we see him playing at Napoli. And that's what's so strange about this Polish team. We saw before the tournament Marcelo Bielsa coming in, preparing this team, who had been watching 50 games of the Polish team. Well, Marcelo Bielsa, the most offensive, the most attacking manager on this planet, I would say. And look how they play right now. So, yeah, let's see how they will play tomorrow. But I'm a little bit afraid that we won't see that much from all those offensive, those strikers, and especially their superstar Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah, only problem though is sometimes when he does seem to have the ball, he seems to be all alone on the other end of the pitch, which makes it difficult for Poland to really try and move further and score those much needed goals.